off all these mugs again, clear it all. I'll say it once again. If you don't like me that much, there's a barn at the side here. Step in it with me. Lock us in, and the best man will walk out, no holds barred. But again, a disclaimer, serious harm, can I care, or will I care? Put that in your pipe and smoke it, tossers.
Fucking twat.
What's good? Who have we got in the house? James Jameson, salute to you, man. Thanks for coming through. Merry Christmas, bud. I hope you've had a good one. Well, I hope you're having a good one, should I say. Thanks for coming through. I just thought I'd do a quick live. As it's Friday night and it's Boxing Day. I'm on my Bill Todd because my son's at his mother's. So I thought I'd do something just for an hour or so. Hope you're well anyway, James. Thanks for coming through, bud. Right, let's kick it off with this fight from last week. Because we got another Scot in the house. James Dixon, salute to you, man. Merry Christmas, Loz. Yeah, man, Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're having a good one, brother. Enjoying the festive feast and all the food and stuff. And you got your Lynx Africa aftershave. Because I bet everyone gets that at Christmas. On your many pigs and blankets, mate. Oh, yeah, I've had some of them today with my Boxing Day dinner. Right, let's talk about this then. So, did any of you watch it? I didn't watch it, me. I said I wasn't watching it because it was a farce of a fight. But I did see the highlights the next morning. Somebody uploaded it. I can't remember who it was, but someone did. What really can you say about it? He got paid shed loads of money. Fair play to him. But it was embarrassing though, wasn't it, that Jake Paul? What was he doing? He was running around like, oh man. And kept grabbing his knee and falling down. I mean, I don't know where this is going now in boxing. I've heard his brother's called out Manny Pacquiao. He's is it Logan? I've heard he's called out Manny Pacquiao or something. It's absolutely crazy. I watched it the next day. It was awful. Yeah, the big right hand was only half power. Yeah. I mean, like we said last week, James, he was doomed whether he did or didn't knock him out in a quick succession or whether he went like few rounds. Because if he'd have sparked him out in a few rounds or a round, he'd have got criticised for it. And then if it went past 2 rounds or a round, he'd still get criticised for it. So, I don't know. I don't want to see any more of this mumbo jumbo fighting now in boxing. He's got to start fighting someone now. YouTube boxing on the run. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this will be the last we'll see of him, but I don't think it will because I've heard he's on about fighting. He was on about fighting now. I've heard he's called someone else out, but his brothers come out now. Happy Xmas, Loz and your family. Yeah, same to you, Avatar. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good time. Joe Sniff Parker would have smoked both poles in one round. Yeah, I mean, you could tell it was scripted. I mean, you've got to hit the target. Of course you have. And it's hard to hit the target if the target keeps running. But for me, this is just my personal view of the fight. What I saw of it, it was obviously to get, make fans feel like they've got the better money's worth. That's how I could see. I mean, you could tell Joshua was obviously a bit rusty, but for me, it was just a run around, wasn't it? There's no way in real life that lad. I don't care what anyone says. This is just my view of it. There's no way on earth that he would have done 6 rounds with Anthony Joshua. Not in real life. I don't think so anyway. Regardless of the running, I think Joshua would have nailed him. But you could. I don't know. I just thought it was a farce. Joke Paul called out a new way. Oh my day! I think the kid has brain damage. Yeah, I mean, did you see that picture of him in hospital with his broken jaw? Fucking hell, in all his chat. I forgot to upload it. Red Ibex, salute to you, my good man. Merry Christmas to you. And you always ask me mad questions, you do. You're a mad dude. Jake Paul, anyway. Oh, I know, yeah, it's farce. But like I say, I've heard his brothers now called out Manny Pacquiao. What? This is what I'm afraid of with this boxing shit. If you're letting in these people as a silly Inoue knockout, that is a silly Inoue knockout of Paul. Yeah, he's fighting tomorrow. I'm going to talk about Inoue in a minute, but just quickly to wrap this bit up. This is what sort of scares me about boxing, the way how it's heading, because now his clown ass brothers on about coming into it. Who are you going to get next? Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Merry Christmas, Loz. Yeah, and to you, my good man. Thank you. Netflix wanted to contain, what's that? Content of Jake's offer AJ backhander, but he refused and found out today. Oh, right, okay. Bloody hell. Wizard Sleeve, what's up, man? Merry Christmas, Big Loz. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you're well, Brody. Thanks for coming through. So, that for me is... I was listening to a channel the other day and they were on about this. It's like saying, you know, I don't know what's Joshua... They're on about him fighting in... is it February? February or March. But if he's going to come back and start the way how Eddie Hearn was talking to Carl Froch the other day, if he's going to start coming back for a world title shot, his last one, then he needs to brush that shit aside. But it's old news now. He's got paid handsomely, even though he didn't need the money, but fair play to him. It is what it is. I just want to see that Jake Paul out of boxing, man, because the guy's an absolute tool. An absolute tool. I'll pay to watch Froch damage Jake Paul. Yeah, I wouldn't entertain it. I wouldn't entertain anything with a guy who's a YouTuber. I just wouldn't do it. How do you think AJ looked, Loz? He looked sluggish to me. Yeah, I only saw a little bit of the highlights. You can tell he's rusty. Froch versus Paul. Wow, yeah. I think... I don't know, mate. I don't know what he's going to do, but I know he's called out Tyson Fury, didn't he? What did he said about Fury? I'll give the Dosser 8 weeks, 24 hours to sign a contract. Let's see if he's the man. AJ's right here, greedy belly. Well, I'm not being funny, but going off that, what I've seen, I think Fury would beat him easy. If I'm honest, I think Fury would jab his head off. I don't know. It's hard to say because like Fury hasn't. If you think about it, even though Fury's been beat twice now off Usyk, Fury's never been. I mean, I know he had them wars with Wilder, but he's never been flatlined like what AJ has. Especially that last one off Dubois. You know, he got hit off Wilder, but he always got up, didn't he? And he got up to win. AJ got bounced twice and he never won the fights. Jake wants big names and that for Netflix selling boxing cheap. He is Jake. Yeah, I think AJ is finished. Hey up, Roy, salute to you, man. And he can't claim a victory beating a YouTuber. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fury will never fight AJ. He won't risk his reputation. Well, it's looking like the fight's going to be further and further away, don't it? And I think people are just losing interest now in this Fury versus AJ because it's just dragging on, isn't it? I mean, there's talk of Fury fighting Makhmudov. If if Fiore comes back, Thomas, salute to you, my good man. Hope you're well, buddy. Joke Paul, the goat of the being crap. Yeah. It's, I don't know what to say. For me, like I said last week, there's that, and then there's that. There's no comparison whatsoever for me. If that's a done deal, Makhmudov's a top 15 heavyweight. That he's not even an heavyweight. He's a bloody, he's not anything, because he's not a boxer. He's not a boxer, and you could quite clearly see that the kid can't box for a toffee. So, I don't know, man. I don't know which way boxing's going. But I'm getting a bit sick of these lot now, I am. I think it's time for the new generation to come through. It's not boxing. Facts, exactly. Jake Paul versus Tony Bellew on the cobbles. Pissy. Caballero is in 2 weeks. That's a real fight. Yes, absolutely. Right, so, for me, get off this subject. That was a farce, and I don't want to see it again, but it is what it is. It's done now. Right, let's talk about HP Souls. I didn't watch this fight. I didn't watch this because I tell you what I did watch. I can't remember if he was from Ghana. Was it super strawweight, I think, or super featherweight? Super strawweight, and it was some Filipino dude versus a Ghanaian dude. I don't know. I've never seen any of them before, but it was a decent fight, man. The Ghanaian dude was a big banger, but he hit the Filipino lad in the first round, and it looked like it was going to be over in the first round. But then I think the Filipino went on to win. I only got to where the score, they were just about read out the scores, and then my bloody food came. My delivery came, so I switched it off. Big Rick from across the pond. Happy Christmas, Big Rick. Hope you're well, buddy. Thanks for coming through as always, man. Hope you're well, big bro. Right, so the source, he gets a win. And then he calls out Moses and Toma. Now, I watched the highlights of that fight against Uncle Tete. Bruce Grass, salute to you, G's, but brother lost, salute. Yeah, salute to you, Bruce. Hope you're well, my good man. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. So, yeah, I watched the source. I didn't see the fight. I just saw the highlights. He's a strange dude, man. I sort of like him because, I've got nothing against Lawrence Okolie, but I find it hard for me to watch his fights because he just holds too much for me. But it's 3 wins on the bounce for this dude now, 3 stoppages as well. I seen him at Tete, and he nearly lifted Tete out the ring, but he couldn't get the job finished. And obviously Tete retired on his stool. But what I did see was a scrappy fight. But he's calling out all these big names now, and you can't blame the kid. I can't. Anyway, the kid wants to fight, man. He's called out Fabio Wardley. He's called out Caballero. He's called out Moses and Tuma. He's called out other fighters. I think a good fight for him would be David Adelaide. But would he want to fight David Adelaide? Because he might be looking at bigger things. Did you have an Xmas Day dinner, Loz? Yes, I did, mate. I sure did. At my mum's yesterday. And then she made me a meal up for today, for Boxing Day, for me and my son. And I had that today. Okolie looked terrible at heavyweight. Yes. Now, Big Rick, coming in at 276 pounds, that's crazy, man. To be fair to him, he didn't look as big as he has been round the midriff, but you could still see he was way too big, man. He's a big lad, Lawrence, but I think 250, 255 would be a good weight for him, because if he was fighting someone like Moses, he needs to be lighter so he can move, because as we all know, Moses is fast. He's got fast hands, fast movement. He would be a sitting duck for Moses and Tommy. But I think, right, this is crazy, right? You might think I'm going a bit off board here, but I think if he could come down to an half decent weight, 250, 255, you never know, man. Because I'm not saying he's going to beat Moses, but his awkward, bloody style and all that excessive holding, he could turn that into a horrible night for young Moses. A really horrible night. And he might get frustrated and his game plan might go out the window. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he could do it. I'm just saying you never know. What's that? James has put, the many boxers are now happy to hold instead of fighting. Good point. Lawrence Okolie, aka Mr. Tickle. Fucking love it. I had beef Wellington for Xmas dinner. Oh, did you? Get it? And I had lamb, roast lamb. Lovely red. Yeah. Londoner, what's good, bro? He's put Merry Christmas, Loz, and chat. Oh, and to you, my good man. Okolie is a fraud at heavyweight, #1 in the WBC rankings, and can't find a better opponent than Uncle Tete. He ducked Riakpol, who still wants that smoke, mate. The fight. That's a good point, man. That's a good point because Riakpol's been fucking bashing him. Yeah, man. I can't argue with that, Londoner. You always make good comments, you, brother, buddy. Can't knock you for that. That's true. That's true. I think, is he just looking for the bigger fights? I mean, I don't know how old Lawrence is. Does anybody know how old he is? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I can't knock you for that, though. Ratpor has been calling him out. Good old Wellington gave Lee Napoleon yeah, he did. Wellington boots, yeah, he did. Are made to kick the French, lol, pissy. Huggy Bear Okolie strikes again. Okolie calling out Entombment is just a front to mask how shit his opponent, Uncle Tete, was. Going by the quality of Okolie's recent opponents, he didn't want any part of Entombment. Pure shit talk. Could be, yeah. Big Rick knows straight away. 33, right, okay. Okolie is fighting in his own land now. How long can he sink? Oh, how as I think you're supposed to, how low can he sink? Yeah, he's 32. Good point. Yeah, I had my lad for dinner, a bit of chewy, but I enjoyed it. Good man. Yeah, 33. Huggy Bear. Yeah. So yeah, it could be then. It could be a front, but do any of you think? I'm not saying he could. I don't know. Do any of you think he could beat Moses? Or do you think Moses would just wipe him out? Because if you think about it, I don't think he'd beat him. But if you think about it, Moses beat Dillian White, but Dillian White shot to smithereens. And I think Lawrence would blast him out. Mr. Tommy Gunn, salute to you, man. I don't know where your wrench is gone, buddy, but I'll give you one back. All the best, Loz. And you, my good man, thank you for coming through. As a moderator. I'll give you your wrench back, mate. I don't know who's taken that, but I haven't. No chance. Moses will knock him out early. Yeah, Okolie will hug him to death. He has a chance, but it's a small chance. Yeah, Angry Sports Fan. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Yeah, well, I tell you what, Wizard made a good comment. In my video about him. And I read Wizard's comment, and I tell you what, Wizard, that was exactly what I was thinking and exactly what I was trying to say in the video. I mean, this is heavyweight boxing. You know, stranger things have happened at sea, as they say, don't they? I mean, he's awkward, he's dangly, he's long. He could hold him. Well, he's going to hold him, isn't he? I'm just saying. I don't. Me personally, I don't think he beats uh, Moses. But I'm still not on that hype. No, I wouldn't say hype train, but I'm still not majorly convinced about Moses yet because for me, the opponents haven't been the best, and he's only young. I think all the attributes and the favoritisms fall into Moses' hands, but sometimes you get them awkward, bloody fighters. What I just think he could make an awkward night for Moses. I think, unless because if he's hugging all night and holding, I don't know if Moses could has dealt with that. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's a bit of a mad fight. I'd be quite interested to see. I really would. He has no chance. Moses sends him a goalie and fucking brilliant. To the shadow relay. Yeah. Hope you had a good Christmas, brother. Yeah, and you. Yes, I have. It's been very quiet. I haven't done anything. I went with my mum's for my dinner yesterday, and today I've just sat watching westerns all day. I've watched a few dollars more. I watched another film with Lee Van Cleef in, and then I'm halfway through an art Second World War film with Sean Connery in The Long Bridge. It's called, and Gene Hackman and a few others. So I've just bummed around today. I'm going back gym tomorrow because gym's open tomorrow. Horrible to watch, yeah. I do like a Coley, but he doesn't half bend the rules. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's an interesting fight, man. Just purely more than anything, I'm curious to see what Moses would do once he starts holding him and all that. That's what I suppose I'm more curious about than anything. The Coley and Tuma haven't been tested by anyone yet, so who knows? It might be an even scrap. You never know, Thomas. You never know, brother. If I wanted to watch I could. excuse me, flipping deodorant, man. It's doing me head in. Just had a shower before come out here. Put flipping Nivea deodorant on. It's dead strong. Please excuse me for that. If I wanted to watch a cuddling competition, I'd watch UFC. Hashtag boxing, yeah. I love a Western loss. Yeah, you can't beat it, mate. I've got all the carry-ons. I've got all of them. I just watched them in summer, so I brought the box set from. I had a couple of films saved on Google Play Movies from years ago, and I ended up buying the box set. So I watched them in summer, so that's why I haven't watched them. But yeah, can't beat the carry-ons. Absolutely, that was Christmas all over that when I was a kid. If Moses doesn't get a KO, Hugoli be would be a DQ for hugging after multiple point deductions. The dude has a stinky style ever. Yeah, he couldn't sell out a phone box with that style. That's a fair point, man. Yeah, but Yeah, I know it's just crazy though how Hugoli's he's offering out all these people, but then you just brought it back down to earth with Riakpo. Has been calling him out for a long time. I watched the Longest Yard in 1974 with Burt Reynolds. Great movie. Oh, cool. Can't beat a bit of Burt Reynolds. Especially, it was Burt, wasn't it? Smokey and the Bandicoot. Sure it was. They were classic films. Right, so anyway, Big Sauce. We'll see what comes of HP in the next year. Right, let's talk about this then. Hit the likes, guys. Yeah, please smash the like button, man. Much appreciated. Right, let's quickly talk about this. I'm getting a bit sick of this dude now, I am. Dave Allen returns on February the 21st. I like Dave Allen. I really like the guy, but I'm getting a bit sick of him, and I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why I'm getting a bit sick of seeing Dave Allen now is because How many chances is this guy going to get? He gets into a fight, he wins a couple of fights, he gets himself into position to boost his career, and then he does nothing. He beats Johnny Fishbone twice. Well, lost the first fight, but he won it. Knocked him out in the second fight. Wins that WBA trinket belt, whatever it is. I thought, great. He's gonna go on to fight someone and go somewhere, preferably a UK, the Lonsdale belt. He signs to fight Makhmudov. I thought, brilliant. Can't knock the guy. I watched the fight. I went live, and it was the biggest pile of crap I've ever seen. He didn't win a round, and he was getting beat up, and he wouldn't let his hands go. And when he did let his hands go, he looked good. But he just didn't let his hands go. And he's never fit, is he? He's never like, I don't know. He's just irritating me just lately, Dave Allen is. Because it's like, right, you did the same when you beat Lucas Brown and all them, you were looking good, and then you fight a few years down the line, you fight Big Fraze, and Big Fraze pummeled you. I don't know, what do you lot think, or is it just me? Hit the likes. Dave Allen, for fuck's sake, yeah, 7 of the best flicks to not win an Oscar. Oh yeah, Seven's a great film, yeah. Seven's classic, man. No way, I didn't know it never won an Oscar. That's a classic film, absolutely. To be fair, he was never expected to beat Makhmudov. No, he wasn't. But I don't know, Red Ibex. He looked good, man. For me, he did. In that Johnny Fisher fight, the second one, I mean, Johnny Fisher's pretty much been exposed now, hasn't he? He's just probably an area of champion. But there's talk about him fight that Jamie TKV or whatever he's called for the Lonsdale belt. And if that's true, that's just what I've heard. There's a few people saying that. Tyrone, salute to you, man. Hope you well, Ty. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. If that's true, for me, he doesn't deserve a shot at Jamie TKB. Not at all. He's just slugged it out with Fraze. And he had a fight with Adelaide and pretty much got robbed of that fight because he got it when the fucking ref broke him up. So Jamie TKB or whatever he's called, TKV, I don't know what he is. He deserves that. Dave Allen doesn't deserve a shot at Jamie. Not at all, does he? He hasn't done anything. He just got whooped off Aslan Makhmudov. So I don't know. He's becoming a bit of a, for me now, Dave Allen's becoming a bit of a, this is just me. I'm not saying anyone else, but for me, Dave Allen's now starting to become a bit of a bad smell for me, what just won't go away. Because he's given opportunities, and then when he gets there to do it, he don't do anything. So then he goes back to the drawing board, has a couple of fights, gets himself into a good position again, and then he doesn't do anything. It's fucking crazy. Allen should fight TKV and become a British champion. Won't get any better. Yeah, but does he deserve it, Avatar? Does he deserve it, brother? I don't think he does. I think there's other fighters what deserve more of a shot at it than him. I don't know. Dave Allen will never not be bang average. Yeah, salute to you, Ty. Is Dave Allen Mania going to style? It's the guy is a bit of a fraud. Yeah, Doc Moggy, what's up, man? He's put Dave, yeah, Davey. Salute to you, Mog. London's put, if Allen wins the British title, he'd have done very well, even though he is very tough. He is definition of a lazy. I can't see that. Mediocre And is that no? And will always let himself down. Can never get. That's what I'm saying. I'm thick as fuck, me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, London. He just, I don't know, man. He's frustrating. He's frustrating to me, Dave Allen. Allen is what you call a goal hanger. Yeah, Allen just second tier, simple as that. Yeah, but the thing is, though, how many shots is this guy gonna get? That's what I'm trying to say. How many shots? I mean, he's a lovely bloke, yeah, and everyone likes him, me included. You know, he's a lad's lad, isn't he? Charlene, sweethearts, but hey, sorry, late. Yeah, you're all right. No worries. Salute to you. Hope you've had a good Christmas anyway. On Xmas Day, did you have a few beers or at your mum's? No, I didn't. I never drink on Christmas Day, mate. I haven't drunk on Christmas Day. It's no word of a lie. I haven't drunk on Christmas Day since I was about 20. I've tried to before, and I just don't enjoy it. I always remember maybe a bit older. I'd have been about 25. I got absolutely steaming drunk one night. Went to a nightclub with a few friends, and I was in bed all day, and I came down for Christmas dinner at 5 o'clock in the evening, and I ate on my own. I had a major hangover, and then went back to bed. So I've never drunk on Christmas Day because of that reason. I've got a few beers now. They're from off the bricklayers at work. Them ones are. Them ones are off me mum. Dave Allen is a card filler. Doncaster Del Hoya. His tears. Where's that gone now? It's really the Doncaster donkey. Ruthless. Loz, sending good thoughts. Yeah, and to you, Nave. Merry Christmas to you, buddy, and all your family, pal. That's right. Let's get off of Doncaster Del Hoya because he's starting to stink the place out a little bit. He is. Right. What's going on with these two? Because it was all a couple of weeks ago. It looks like he's fighting and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden it's gone quiet. John T. Wilder predicts victory over Alexander Usyk. It's going to be big for me. The people are about to be shocked. When Ali said he shoot the world. I'm going to shock it, and I'm going to shock it as well. You ain't going to shock nothing, but you never know. Can't write the man's right hand off. But what's going on there? Because all of a sudden, it seems to have gone very quiet. 2 or 3 weeks ago, John T. Wilder said the negotiations were going well. I've not heard anything from Usyk's team or seen anything about negotiations, so I don't know. If you drink, you miss it. Xmas ain't worth it. Watch films all day. Yeah, good point. Dave Allen versus Chisora loss. Now, Rick, I could go with that, and it'd have to be headlined the final day, or something like that, or scratching on at Job Centre after this fight, or something like that. I don't know, man, because it'd have to be them two. Not so much Dave Allen, but Derek Chisora, another one hanging around like a bad smell, won't go away. He said nearly a year ago. When was that fight? Can anyone tell me when was his last fight? When it was the final goodbye? Let me go on BoxRec. Derek Chisora BoxRec. So, February. So it's nearly a year ago. 25th of February. So he announced that was his final fight nearly a year ago. Then he all condors with the the rings, what he had them guys holding up, asking who he wants to fight, and then all of a sudden it's gone quiet again. But you know he's going to fight because he says he's got one last fight left. Excuse me. See what I mean about hanging around? You announced a fight and told everybody you were having one last fight, and that was it. You were done with boxing, and that was it. And that was nearly a year ago. That fight was nearly a year ago. Crazy, man. So when is Derek gonna fight? This is what I'm saying about these old guard hanging around. Joe Joyce, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. I'm honestly, I'm not talking about you lot, but me personally. I've had it up to here with them. I want them gone. I want the new generation to come through because I feel like people like Caballero and Frank Sanchez and all other people like that they're not getting any chance to get there because these guys are hanging around and stopping them from doing it. That's what I think anyway. How can he compare himself to Ali? Oh, I know it's crazy. Usyk is looking for the biggest fights. He's thinking the American market for a tickle. Yeah, my favourite part is I'm going to be. Oh no, yeah, you're crazy, Ty. Chizzy must drive, must murk Dave Allen. Yeah, Chizzy has had more comebacks than the Rolling Stones. Exactly. Lost Boys, salute to you, bro. He's put Merry Christmas, pal, pop, pop, bang. Oh, salute to you, man, and you too. Merry Christmas. John T has the same number IQ as the letters in his name. The man would struggle with his 2 times table. Ruthless. Bud called out Jake Paul. Oh, God. Loz, did you see when Alan met Wardley last week? Seems a lot of jealousy from Alan towards him. No, I didn't see that. Can't see Chisora leaving until he gets hurt badly. He won't leave without a good reason. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lost Boys. They're all into misfits, boxing, easy work and easy money, yeah. It's just bullshit. Deontay Wilder's another one. Shot to smithereens. Can't knock him through his right hand. You're not going to beat Usyk. But if he, like I said, if he connects, if he does connect, there's no doubt that if he connects flush, he'll put Usyk in Mars, and there's no two ways about it. But he's got to connect. And he's shot to smithereens, man. He ain't beating Usyk. I mean, you never know, but for me, no. It's not going to happen. I predict Usyk to dance rings around him all night. Preferably stop him late on. Round 8, round 9. But another one, John T. Wilder, 40-odd years of age. Derek Chisora, 40-odd years. Dillian White's another one. 40-odd. They're gone. They're shot. They've been good people in the heavyweight boxing. But the new gen... I don't know, man. It's to me, boxing's just like... They won't cut the grass and let the fucking grass grow. They're just leaving all the grass to grow. Yet there's fucking talent underneath there. I don't know how much talent. I don't know. But for me, the next generation needs to come through now. I'm just getting a bit sick of these fighters. What? They don't fight. And when they do fight, it's once a year, once every 15 months. And then, but they're still all top prospects, or they still feel. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like some of you fighters haven't. Dillian White, Joe Joyce, Derek Chisora, Deontay Wilder, shot to smithereens. All 4 of them in my eyes. Anthony Joshua, pretty much finished, I think. Tyson Fury, his legs have gone. There's only Usyk from that lot what has got anything about it. Derek Chisora, finished. Yeah, you beat Otto Wylien. But Otto Wylien is a mug. He's not a boxer, man. And if he is, someone please tell that guy needs to stop rolling over and let his hands go. Because he's the most... He's got to be one of the most negative fighters I've ever seen. He just doesn't let his hands go. So I don't know. It's crazy. Can't see, yeah, I read that. They're all Wilder got a 9-piece jigsaw puzzle for Christmas. He's expected to finish around April. You're ruthless. I don't agree, pal. For me, Wilder has power. Has gone down massively since the Fury fights. I think Usyk can take his power now. You never know, but they say the last thing, so I'm led to believe, they say the last thing to go is your power. Your reflexes, your stamina, you know, all that goes first. But they say your power's gone. I still believe Wilder's got raw power. I still believe it. I don't believe, me personally, Lost Boys, I don't believe that you ever lose your power. You might lose some of it, but for me, I don't think you lose your power just like that. I think your power stays with you. Just my opinion. Yeah, of course, there's nothing wrong with your opinion, mate. Don't mean I'm right. James, I was talking about Wilder's power is bum power, total myth. I don't think it is, Wizard. Imagine Dave Allen versus Joe Joyce. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. Wilding has always been a fraud. Yeah, he is. I think so, Red Eye Bex. All the boxing talk about Dubois at his home and colouring. That's what I mean. There's another one who's not doing anything. But they're talking about Caballero. I just wish to God, man, that Caballero would fuck Frank Warren off. Get him gone. Caballero, look at Joseph Parker, mate. Look what he did to Joseph Parker. He threw every obstacle in the way he could to make Parker not get a win, get an heavyweight fight. He did everything. You the same, Caballero. You the same. You become parked up, buddy. You've become parked up. You're fighting some guy who I don't think I've ever heard of. Yet you smash 3 unbeaten fighters on the row. It's just not fair. So Caballero, man, do yourself a favour, bud. Get out of Queensbury. Go to fucking Matchroom. I'm sure Eddie will do more with him than what Frank will. Because Frank Warren is not going to put Caballero anywhere near Fabio Wardley. He ain't going to do it. Just like he wasn't going to put Parker anywhere near Daniel Dubois. Man, these people leave a pattern. You have to look at this. You have to. You have to look at the pattern of the history of them. Look at all that. A lot of you in this chat now have been with me a long time, and we've spoke all about this from the very beginning of the when the fight was announced. Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. All of you in this chat have been with me. We've spoke about it. We've seen how they shuffled about, how it was a game of chess, how they did everything to put the blockades in to block Parker, till it finally come down to the point that he ended up fighting a dangerous fighter just to keep himself busy. And then, yeah, he was winning the fight, but Wardley wrapped him up against the ropes, but to me, he was still stood there. And the ref jumped in and stopped a good fight. A fight what he was winning. I'm not taking away from Fabio. I'm not taking away from him. But I'm just saying, it's like the history of Frank Warren, right? Look at the history of Usyk and Tyson Fury. Same thing. It was exactly the same thing. When they chucked in Derek Chisora, when they chucked in Dillian White, when they chucked in Francis Ngannou. It was the same thing. All the moving about. I mean, Frank is just the front man. He only does what they tell him. But he's a clever man. He's a clever fox. He's been in the game 48 years, 49 years, so he knows what he's doing. All these promoters are all the same. We know this. But I can guarantee you, right, Caballero, that you ain't getting no heavyweight title shot, buddy. You're not, unless you get out of Frank Warren's stable. Fair point, pal, but Wilder's last fight, he couldn't get any explosive shots. Yeah, it was dreadful. He was missing all over the place. Daniel got a transformer from... Oh man, don't start with that Transformer business again. I don't know who that is. Messed Up Wilder. Up. I don't know who that is. Oh, I can't pronounce it anyway. After the Zhang fight, in the interview with Wilder, he told him, yeah, he hits really hard. The very next day, Zhang says, nah, I didn't feel anything, lol. Could be then, could be. My man Sugar Joe Sniff ain't done yet. Yeah. The thing is, though, James, he will be if he stays with him, mate. Charlene's put, I like Wilder to fight Chisora before Usyk. That's a good fight, Charlene. Yeah, I could go with that. That's a good fight. That'd be an interesting fight, that. I think Derek could beat him, if I'm honest. But I think, you never know, I think Derek could walk. Derek's slow enough to walk into one of them big right-handers. Because he's got no defence. Derek hasn't. But he's wild, isn't he? And I think he's got a lot more left in him than what Wilder's got. Caballero versus AJ or Usyk would be a good fight. Absolutely lost, boys. Caballero definitely needs to be with Eddie. You're right. He's been parked up. He has Avatar antibody. I mean, he beat Makhmudov, the first person to beat him, stopped him. First person to beat Frank Sanchez, stopped him. First person to stop Zhilei Zhang, he stopped him. No one else has done that. And where is he? He hasn't had a fight for well over a year. Tell you what, let's have a look when Caballero was last in action. Ajit Caballero box rec. Don't know who that is. Ajit Caballero box rec. Oh, I'll tell you what, man, this bloody Google is awful. Caballero box rec. Do you know what? I'll just type it in. Right, here we go. Right, 26-0 with 18 KOs. So that was a year ago, nearly. 25th of... Hang on. February 25. So it was nearly a year ago. So, my bad. So he's been parked up for nearly a year. Cabell, yeah, read that. Hannibal Lecter has a Frank Warren poster above his bed. Ruthless. Frank Warren decides who fights who. Yep, good point. Good point. Fish Eyes is a fraudster. Yeah, would be. Oh, right, yeah. Begrudge Crawford a $2 million retirement fight with Paul. No, I wouldn't. But I don't want to see Red Eyebacks. I don't want to see Jake. Well, yeah, I would, but not in boxing. If it was in Misfits, no. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see Jake Paul in boxing anymore. These fraudsters. I'm an hardcore fan, man. Like you lot. I don't want to see these YouTubers in boxing because they're ruining it. For me, they are anyway. Loz, do you think if I can knock Herden out Wilder's last bum in under in under 71, could fight Usyk? Exactly, Ty. Bricktopper's sly like a fox. Yeah, absolutely. I'm convinced Frank has signed up to all those heavyweights as a Queensbury promotion programme to block the danger guys from facing the cash cow Fury before he retires. Of course, man. You know that, Londoner. You know that, buddy. Absolutely. He knows Fury could get wiped out. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Why isn't Tyson Fury, right? If Tyson Fury's so hell-bent on becoming a champion, a three-time world champion, why is he not calling out Fabio Wardley? Why not? Because Frank ain't going to put him there in case he gets knocked out. Fabio Wardley, I've got to give the guy credit, right? Fabio Wardley has impressed me with he's become a lot better than what I thought he'd ever be. I still think he's a danger waiting to happen because of his no guard, no defence tactic. But he really impressed me in that Parker fight. But also, I think Parker let me down because he came in at a stupid weight and wanted to trade with him. So, yeah, Bricktop is a scumbag. Ruthless. Bricktop is freezing out Carbayel. Absolutely is Red Ibex. No two ways about it. Bricktop has loads of fights in his own stable, but none Park Smut. Facts. Absolute facts, James Jameson. Carbayel has been parked up like an old classic car. Yeah, absolutely. Carbayel has been aged out, nearly 35. Facts. Bricktop must have been screwing the fighters since Lenny is that Klein? Yeah. Yeah, that's some. He was an old street fighter, wasn't he? Stroke boxer. Eddie respects his fighters more than Bricktop. Yeah, he does. Fabio is miles ahead of Wilder. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I tell you, man, Caballero, you do yourself a favour, buddy, and get out of there before it's too late. Honestly, really, you got to get out of there. Right, let's talk about this. We can come back to that. Did any of you see this clown quickly? This absolute nugget the other night brought himself was it a 600 grand G-Wagon, and then he's putting it all over Facebook, boasting on Christmas Day. Yeah, all right, fair play. You've got a new toy and you're happy. I understand that, but he didn't just do one post. The man's done about 4 or 5 posts. That to me is the same shit what we were talking last week about Conor Benn. Nobody, for me, who drives a 9-year-old BMW, right? I don't want to see that shit, man. I just want to see your ass in the ring fighting someone. I don't want to see you bragging about a 600 grand G-Wagon, what you've brought. That's what makes me dislike fighters. It's not about, I'm happy for them. Of course, I'm happy for all fighters to earn money and buy themselves luxury stuff. But I don't want to see fighters bragging about stuff when they're not fucking fighting anyone. And they've dodged a lot of fighters. So I'm sorry, Chris, but you might have to go on Crime Watch at the end of the month as well for that behaviour, because that was weapon behaviour, that. Yeah, doing a post once, but then to do it fucking about 4 or 5 posts was stupid. So red, he's talking, yeah, sorry, yeah. Horsey's hoof, Eubanks Jr. rubbing it in, what about the homeless? Exactly, Avatar, that's what I'm saying. You know, how about you do a video saying, oh, I've just donated 10 grand to the homeless or 10 grand to a charity or something. What about that? Instead of bragging about your 600 grand G-Wagon just because it's a 6-wheeler. Nobody cares, mate. Well, I don't anyway. I think you're a helmet for doing that. Right, Eddie Hills is saying that Bivol will be back in early spring next year. He's talking about that, saying that he will be back. Glad to see him back. Great fighter, man. Love the kid. Think he's an awesome fighter. And all them stupid clowns in the comments section saying he ducked Benavidez and all that. The kid's been plagued with injuries. Go on his fucking Instagram. The kid's been plagued with injuries. Mate, you don't fight Beterbiev twice and duck David Benavidez. I don't think so. I don't think he ducks anybody. That's just my personal view. Shameless, yeah, absolutely, London. Conor fans going to fight Conor's rematch in the condition he was in, then brags about spending his profits from a sad con job. Junior to zero, shame. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He was in Dubai. I think he's got an house in Dubai because he was walking down a drive. The video I see, not this video, but the video I saw, he was walking down his drive and then he was saying, Merry Christmas, everyone. And Merry Christmas, hope you're all well from Dubai. And look what I've brought. I thought, you absolute weapon. There's no need for that, man. Yeah, you're loaded. But like London has just said, he's just put up the comment. It's exactly what London has said. I agree. Overpriced Matt will be on the scrap yard soon. Exactly. It's kind of shit makes me not like you. Exactly, Charlene. That's what I'm saying, sweetheart. That's exactly what I'm saying. We don't want to see that. I don't, and by the looks of it, you don't, sweetheart. What about, yeah, like Avatar said, what about the homeless? What about you donate 1 million or 500,000 to cancer research or, or the RSPCA or something? I don't know. How about you brag about that? Not coming out in your big fuck off mansion in Dubai and saying Merry Christmas. Oh, by the way, look what I've brought. And then doing endless videos after. The man didn't just do one, Charlene. He did about 4 or 5. And I was like, Jesus, that's what you do call rubbing it in people's face. Money can't buy class. Facts. Absolutely. Reports to value the G63 at around 164 grand pricing. The 2024 first list is equivalent. What? The first report list an equivalent of around $200 odd, reflecting difference in the market model year. I don't know. All as I know, go onto his Facebook and have a look. And I swear he says 600 grand G-Wagon. So that's all I can tell you. Go onto his Facebook and have a look, and it'll tell you exactly what he says. He's probably a tax elite, yeah. Big Loss drives a 500 grand JCB loan. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's 500 grand, but it's about 80 grand's worth of machine. Yeah, absolutely it is. Probably a bit more than that, actually. I saw Eubanks with that car just after my clutch had gone in my van, tossing. Exactly. Money is the root of all evil. Facts, absolutely it is. Can boxers be taken to court for unknowingly fighters injured, unprepared? That's a fix in a way, right? Yeah, good point. Yeah. Eubank Senior spunked all his money on trucks and Harley Davidson bikes until he went bankrupt. Junior will go the same. That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. Yeah, absolutely. James Dixon's still here. He's never missed a meal in his life. Exactly, buddy. Exactly. That, James, that's what puts me off fighters when they do shit like that. That's what I'm trying to say. He's never had to go without a meal. He's not sleeping in a shop doorway over Christmas. Got veterans on the streets. And you're bragging about your fucking G-Wagon. I don't know, man. No need for it for me, if you know what I mean. Right. Let's talk about this. This guy wants his smoke. This is the second or third time now he's come out. Beterbiev and David Benavidez have verbally stated they both want to fight each other. Beterbiev, I want to fight Benavidez. Benavidez, I want to fight you as well, my friend. Man, make that fight. That's a cracking fight. I know Beterbiev's mentioned it a few times now, 2 or 3 times. That's dope, man. If they can make that fight, tell you what, that fight's got to happen, man. For me, in that light heavyweight division, I want to see Beterbiev Bivol 3. I want to see Beterbiev versus Benavidez, and I also want to see Benavidez versus Dimitri Bivol. Them fights have got to happen, man. They're 3 stoked fights in that absolute brilliant division. That's great work, that. Ooh, sexy fights, yeah. I was talking to Red Ibex. Floyd Mayweather as a helmet too. Yeah, absolutely. That man's a fucking first class tosser. Great fighter. Absolute bell end out of the ring. Totally agree with you there, James. Absolutely. Good fight. Beterbiev versus Benavidez is a classic. Absolutely. Who would you go for in that? Is Arthur on the slide? I don't think so. I just think, I mean, you never know. Of course, he's 40 odd years age, isn't he? Now 40. I just think, I think Bivol upped his game plan in that second fight to win it. That's what I think. I don't think, looking off that, me personally, my analysis of that fight, I didn't think that Beterbiev was slipping. I just think Bivol upped his game plan. He was more in the first fight for me. Bivol was more hit and run, and he also did do in the second fight, but he stuck around a lot longer. He engaged more in the second fight for me. He traded more, and then he'd get on his bike, especially in the second half of the in the first half. Sorry, because I think that Artur Beterbiev started to put his foot down in the second bit of the fight. It was good fight, yeah. It was all about the rankings in boxing. We'll probably get some decent matches up. I hope so, Thomas. Artur is a great guy and a fighter. No ego, just a great guy, and no one comes close. Exactly. Brilliant fighter, man. Loz, Big Rick's still here. Loz, Beterbiev is slowing down. He had a lot of injuries in his last couple of years. That's a good point. Now, I thought about that, actually, yeah, because he pulled out of, it was 2 fights, wasn't it, he pulled out of with injuries. So, yeah. But as a man who dominates his life to boxing and obviously doesn't drink or anything, with him being a devoted Muslim, I don't know, Big Rick. I don't know. Yeah, you are right. You are right about him getting the injuries and all that. Fucking cushion. You are right about that, Big Rick. But yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. He just for me. I just think he was. I think Bivol was a lot better in that fight. So yeah, you could be right. Yeah, it's a good fight anyway. I still wouldn't write off Bivol beating Benavidez though. I don't know who would win that fight. I honestly don't know. Because obviously Benavidez has got the youth on his age now, hasn't he? And I think he's he beat Yard, but Yard was washed, man. I think Beterbiev beat a way better Anthony Yard in my eyes. Beterbiev don't like the money, he said, so great man, enough respect, honestly. Yeah, he's a crap, yeah, man. All day long, he's a legend, isn't he? Right, let's talk about this then, quickly, because I've got loads to try and get through in the next half an hour. Good fight anyway, make it happen. That's what I say. Right, where is he? Where have I uploaded it? Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I'll come back to that. Where the hell is he? Right. Joe Cordina has been pushed into the number 1 position for the WBO belt. Joe Cordina's talking about fighting, obviously, Abdullah Mason. He will become Abdullah Mason's mandatory fighter. I think he gets fucked up, if I'm honest. I think Abdullah Mason is he's a fucking great fighter, man. He's definitely one for the future. I like Joe Cordina, but I think Abdullah Mason beats him. I watched Cordina's last fight and it was fucking boring, man. But he's been moved into the number 1 ranking. I think that's a good fight, but I think Abdullah Mason beats him, if I'm honest. I think he beats him comfortable. Buckle up. Salute to you, man. But Loz, salute to you. Make sure you all hit the like button. Salute to you. Buckle up. Hope you're well, my good man. I only saw the video the other day of Canelo's daughter having a stare down with Bivol. Oh, great. Great. Fucking hell, you had me in stitches the other day, buckle up. I was driving home from work Tuesday. And I watched one of your videos from about 3 or 4 days ago where you were going in, but you were bang on, man, again about that fucking clown. But you had me fucking laughing. And at fucking hell, at one point, I nearly had to pull over because you had me laughing that much. It's when it's, you know what it is with you, Buckle, when you get like, when you're like me, when you're on one and you're on one, and I just made me laugh, man, because you were proper tearing him a new arsehole. But it was funny as fuck. 63 GM8 still available. Typical sell for about 1.3 million. To sell in the collector's market, 700 grand. You're a mad dude, you Red Ibex. 1.5 US equals roughly 500 grand. Yeah, 1.2 million. And there's that 63 plate AMG one. Right. Buckle up. Peace to you. Yeah, he's a good man, Buckle up, man. Give the guy a sub, man. You're a good channel. I'll tell you what, man. The fucking dude knows his boxing. He knows his boxing. What was it you were on about? You were on about that divvy saying he's got all receipts and that, but it was right what you were saying. Oh, about Bud's career. Because you were saying that he was tarnishing Bud's career. And you went through all of Bud's career. And you were bang on what you were saying, man. Yeah, but tell you what, he knows his boxing. Buckle up, does. No two ways about it. Eldon, Joe, salute to you, man. Merry Christmas, lads. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. Mason is a good fighter. Slugfest in his last one. Yeah, that was a cracking fight in his last fight. Now, look what this clown here, look what this divvy's put on Facebook. This had me in stitches, this. Read that. It's put, Welsh superstar Joe Cordina has surged to the World Boxing Organisation #1 contender position in the lightweight division, 135 pounds, after his dominant. I can't even read. I'll read it off this. It's too small on there. Where was it now? After his dominant 10th round TKO victory over Gabriel Flores Jr. on December the 21st. Now, listen to this. This is what had me laughing when I was reading it. December the 20th, 2025 in Manchester. Well, that's a lie because it wasn't in Manchester. It was in Stockton, California. The 33-year-old former IBF and WBA super featherweight champion, 18-1 and 10 KOs, made his successful debut at lightweight, dropping Flores twice en route to stoppage, showcasing improved power in the new weight class. The win propelled Cordina past previous top contenders, filling the mandatory slot vacated by the recent ranking adjustments, with undisputed champion Shakur Stevenson holding the WBO belt. Since when was Shakur Stevenson undisputed? Cordina trained by Tony Sims. No, he's not. He's trained by what's he called? Fucking hell. I know who it is. It's not Tony Sims anyway, his trainer. Promoted by Matchroom. Now stands the official mandatory potential force high class for the 2026 case in the third world title in his second division. That's poor, man, whoever wrote that article. Because, number one, the fight wasn't in Manchester. It was in Stockton, California. Number two, since when has Shakur Stevenson ever been undisputed? Never. And number three, he's not trained by Tony Sims. He's trained by... I know who it is. It's on tip of my tongue. But I can't think who it is. But that's crazy, man. Some people are really poor with stuff like this. Happy Christmas, lads. Yeah. Mason's a good fighter, Slugfest. That's a good fight, though, man. Ikabuchi just came back at the age of 52 and lost the other night on a points loss. I think it was a points loss. Yeah, because he did 12 rounds, so I was reading it earlier. crazy. I tell you what, he's still a big dude, man, isn't he? And he still looks in great shape. Look at that for a 52-year-old boxer. Been out of the ring for fucking years, man. He's still in top net, and he still looks an evil ass dude. Big puncher on here, Bucci. A load of bollocks on the web with these boxing just lately. Absolutely. Can someone tell me who was Joe Cordina's trainer? I know for a fact it's not Tony Sims. Who is Joe Cordina's trainer? Who? No, it's not. Oh, I don't know. It's just. Can someone tell me who it is? I don't know what Google's doing. Right, that's why. Who is Joe Cordina's trainer? Yeah, he worked with Tony Sims, and that was ages. Gary Lockett, that's who it is. I knew it wasn't Tony Sims. I was killing the machine back in the day, absolutely. Abuche versus Wilder was. Yeah, why not? Why not? What else? Oh, did any of you? This was that tweet. What I was on about? What? Inouye's. Oh, let's go through this first. Inouye's fighting in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to watch this because it's fucking pay-per-view. I'm not being funny, but I don't know half the dudes on there. If I knew more fighters on there, I'd pay for it. But I'm not paying 25 quid for that because there's only Inoue who I know on there. So yeah, a bit gutted about that. I don't know. It's on at 9 o'clock anyway in the morning on DAZN. I might just watch the highlights on DAZN after. I don't fancy paying 25 quid for that because I don't know half the people on it. Ranking systems quick. Usyk's number 1 now, pound for pound. Inoue, Bam Rodriguez definitely deserves to be number 3. I think Devin Haney should be further up there. I think Devin Haney should be above, and David Benavidez should be above. Better be Evans and Bivol through inactivity. I don't know. What do you lot think? Bam Rodriguez definitely needs to be a top 3. I just think Bivol and Beterbiev because they've not been active, have they? So I think Devin Haney and David Benavidez should be above them two, if I'm honest. I would put Benavidez 4 and maybe Haney 5, and then either way for 6 and 7 for Beterbiev or Bivol. That's what I think. Akabuchi was what a silly thing to do, losing his unbeaten record like that. Yeah, no, they reckon it's money though, don't they? They reckon it's money. What else have I got? So yeah, Inouye's fighting tomorrow. Who the hell's that? Oh, I already spoke about Dave Allen. Talked about Cordine. Where's that? I didn't upload it, but I thought I had. I had that tweet about Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah, here it is. This was that tweet what I was talking about last week, what Oscar De La Hoya said about let me take that off. Let me just take this off so you can read it. I don't know how you do it. Banner. Let me just take that away. Right, so we can go on it. Right, this is what he put. He put, what a tool. I can name 4 to 5 fighters that compete and possibly even beat him. Please, 2 good fighters he beat. Congratulations. What a fucking nasty bastard he is. What an absolute nasty piece of shit he is, Oscar De La Hoya. I tell you what, Oscar, Bud would have taken you apart, mate. Just like Usyk did. Pernell Whitaker and got robbed all them years ago. when Pernell Whitaker took you apart and you couldn't even land a punch on Whitaker, but you got the win decision over him. I can't be dealing with Oscar De La Hoya over fishnets, or AKA golden utensils, as Mike used to call him. The man who shoves utensils up his rectum. You're a weirdo, mate. But that's a nasty thing to say, that. What a nasty thing to say. I tell you what, I bet you wouldn't say it to Bud's face. Because I tell you what, I bet Bud would stick it on you, man. What a nasty thing to say, man. The guy, a 5-weight world champion, 3 times undisputed at 3 different weights. And you're only saying he's got 2 names to beat. Yes, this quickly as well. Let's talk about this. He's a tosser, De La Hoya. Good fighter, but a tosser. Let's talk about this spin ordered. I mean, I don't know which way Shiraz is going because he's supposed to be fighting the winner for the WBC belt, but Pacheco, Shiraz, who do you think wins that? And let me know quickly. Oscar is silly, yeah. Who do you think wins that? If it was fought, I think that's a good ass fight, man. For me, I honestly don't know. Because Shiraz is a good fighter, but for me, he beat Berlanga, but who's Berlanga beat? Who has he beat? But then again, you could say that about Pacheco. Who's he beat? It's a good fight, man, and I like that. That could be on one of them 5v5s, what they were talking about. What Eddie Hills and Frank Warren said they're going to do another one. One's a matchroom fighter. One's a Queensbury fighter. So make them fight. 50-50, yeah. I think it's a good fight because they're both similar age, even though Pacheco's only 2 years younger than him. They've both got 18 knockouts between them. They're both long, dangly guys. They're both unbeaten, even though Carlos Adames did beat Shiraz. I don't care what anyone says. He was gifted that win against Carlos Adames. But I don't know, man. That's a good fight, that. That's a good fight for me. And I agree with you there, Thomas. That's a 50-50 fight. I don't know who would pick to win that. That's a good fight, but make it happen, man. This card looks lit, man. This card's looking dope. Lopez, Shakur, absolute great fight. Adames versus Amo Williams, another good fight. Big Dusty's fighting on there. Big Dusty Miller, he's back in action. But Keyshawn Davis is fighting, isn't it? Where's that? My eyes are terrible. Keyshawn Davis is fighting that Jamie Ortiz, is he? That card's looking dope, man. I thought, yeah, Big Baby Miller, wow, yeah, Big Dusty Miller. I think that's a good card, though, that for me. Took a few good fights on there. That Amo Williams versus Uzi is a good fight, man. Carlos Adames. I'm looking forward to that. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Who have you got? I think I'm going for Teofimo Lopez, me. Prick in the ring, out of the ring, but man, that kid can fight. Pacheco for me. You gotta be hard with the dodgy. Staying it like that, it with moustache. With a dodgy moustache like that, yeah. Someone said on one of my videos what I did about him the other week is that Freddie Mercury's son. I couldn't fucking stop laughing when one of my subs said that. I thought, that's ruthless, man. But yeah, good night. Right, I think that's it, folks. 1 hour 20 on this Boxing Day thingy. Box Talk, what's that? Oh, just quickly, seen that on Facebook. Never dropped through the careers. Thought that was quite good, that. Golovkin and Bud never got dropped. Even though Gambosa did. Was it Gambosa? Not Gambosa. Who was it? Who wobbled Bud? Yeah, what was it? I know who it was. He wobbled him. Who was it, Big Rick? I would say Shakur Stevenson wins Right, okay, Big Rick. I think, yeah, you said that before. Gamboa, that was it, wasn't it? Gamboa, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going for Lopez. Me, I think Lopez. It's a good fight though. It's a technical fight, but that's a damn good fight, man. I think Lopez will win that though, if I'm honest. But right, folks, I'm pretty much done. So, who have we got in the house? Big Rick, an absolute pleasure, man. And Merry Christmas to you, man. Hope you enjoy your time off. James Jameson, Merry Christmas to you, and same with you, my good man. Charlene, salute, sweetheart. I've enjoyed the holidays. Red Ibex, salute to you, my good man, and Merry Christmas. Thomas, salute to you, good buddy. Wizard Sleeve, Eldon, salute to you both. Buckle Up Boxing, salute to you, my good man. Avatar, salute to you, bro, and Merry Christmas. James Dickerson, salute to you, Tyrone, as well. If I've missed you, I've missed you. Right, I'll see you very soon. I'll see you over the holidays. See you soon, Loz. Enjoy the rest of your time off. Oh, will do, man. Thank you very much. Right, peace and love, and I'll catch you very soon. Peace out.